What's going on, everybody? Just a quick video, kind of a little update here. I was going through the Nintendo Switch eShop earlier today, and I kind of noticed that a couple games have disappeared, and this has kind of happened before. One of the games that it happened to was One Strike, and they had pretty much used some copyright music, and the game was taken off for I think like a month or two, and then it was put back up. So that wasn't really a big deal. Another game that it happened to was actually the game A Brave New World, or A Whole New World. That's right, A Whole New World. And I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a similar case with that. That was the reason that they took the game off. So yeah, it was definitely before 6/8/2018 that it got taken off and put back. But right now, one of the games that seems to have disappeared from the eShop is It'll Do 2. So It'll Do 2 was on the Nintendo Switch first. Then the first one came out, and this was maybe just like two and a half months ago. So that's out. And now It'll Do 2 has completely disappeared off of the eShop. And one of the reasons that I realized this was, I have a bunch of games on my wish list, as probably a lot of people do. The games that I buy, I delete off of it. But I kind of just keep all my games that I would be interested in buying in this one list. Occasionally, I'll go through, delete some games. Maybe I've seen more on it. Maybe I just delete them out. Maybe some of them I've bought. But for the most part, this is basically a giant list of not AAA titles, smaller ones that, I'd be kind of curious to maybe actually buy at some point, or that I'm at least interested in playing. So it looks here like, and this must have just been updated yesterday because it didn't say release date 11/14, so that's coming out in a month. So this game's already been out on the Switch. We'll go down here, and this should pretty much say the same exact thing. Yeah, release date 11/14/2017. So kind of strange that it's gonna be coming out 11/14. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I thought that said 2019. So you can see that the game had been out for 2 years, and right now it still has a pending release date that has already went by, but you can't purchase it because it was out and it's not apparently going to be coming back. So let's keep scrolling up the list here. This was the other game, The Wardrobe, and I'm not actually sure if this game came out at all. I think it did, and I was really interested in playing it because it has this really funky art style. It kind of just reminds me of like Beavis and Butthead, kind of old school like MTV, and it just seems like a basic point and click adventure, but it did look pretty fun, and it looks like it has a pretty good art style to it. It looks like it's got a lot of humor and all those kinds of things along with it. So for $10, like, it looks like a decent game. And right now, it's the same thing. You can't buy it, but the release date has already gone by. So I'm not sure what's going on here oh, here's another one. This was not on here yesterday. This seems to be another game that 8/17/2018, this was already out. And as of right now, you can't buy it because it's basically gone from the eShop. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to have something kind of in common with the game One Strike, and if there was some kind of licensing, some kind of error, or if it's the same as like It'll Do 2. Not really sure what the issue is with it, if it's just kind of time to recontract or relicense some sort of agreement that initially had gone into, the original deal when the game was going to be first put on the Nintendo Switch. But that last game right there, that wasn't the case. And it's kind of hard to actually see that these games are disappearing. And like I said, it's not the first one, it's not the second one. And there was only 2 yesterday, but now, as we can see, there's, 3 or 4 games here that have recently disappeared off the eShop. And I guess the only way that you would actually know if some of these games disappeared is by having them on your wish list here and then seeing that they're just mysteriously vanished. So I'm not sure if something like It'll Do 2 is going to be coming back out. But yeah, it definitely happened for the game A Whole New World. So I will go into the search right now. So here we go. We're searching A Whole New World. Okay, so this game wow, that means that a whole new world has been taken off of the Nintendo Switch twice. Now, I'm not sure what the deal would be with that, because that's a game that, after having on my wish list for so long, I just kind of got sick of seeing it, and I figured, hey, if it goes on sale, I've kind of looked at it, it's like an 8-bit kind of old school 2D platformer, and I've seen it enough that I know what the title is, I know the name of it, so if I come into the deal section, if I see it and it happens to be like $2, and I think originally it was $9.99. I actually saw this on sale maybe within the past month for I think like $3. So yeah, that kind of surprises me to see that once again that game has disappeared for a second time. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I'm gonna probably do a little bit more searching and try to see if maybe I could email a developer or hit them up on Twitter, DM, something like that, and try to see what's going on, because I don't see anybody talking about this, and I noticed this just the other day, and now as I'm coming in to do a video, I'm actually seeing that there's more games that are disappearing from the eShop, and I guess maybe it's just a technicality, and like I said, a license renewal on something like copyright holders or music or something like that, and these games might come back. But it's kind of strange for something like It'll Do Too. That game was one of the first games on the eShop, I think within the first 3 months or so of the Nintendo Switch coming out. So I don't know, what do you guys think down below? Have you noticed any of these games disappearing? Just, I guess, leave me a comment, and I'm pretty much just gonna end the video here, but keep your eyes peeled and maybe do the same. Put some of these games onto your wish list, and I guess check back in them, on them from time to time, because now I'm curious if there's going to be another chance that these games actually return to the eShop, because if they do return, it's not like they're new, so there's not going to be an announcement for it, but I suppose that there kind of is a chance that these games just don't come back on the eShop, so if you already own them, it's not like you're not going to be able to play them, I don't think. I don't think that's the case. I'm not exactly sure. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to play it if you already bought it digitally previously. So I'm not sure if that's going to be any cause for concern, but if these games don't come back at all, then that's kind of a warning sign to most of us collectors and retro collectors, and that's why we're always in favor of things like physical media. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new to D-Dub, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, and keep your eye out on the eShop. You don't want your games disappearing. None of us want that. All right, see you later.